Hi there, Mary Ellen DeShane here, owner of Smartest Solutions. But more importantly, I'm a biker chick of over 23 years. I have over 200,000 miles on my Harleys, mostly Heritage Softail Classics. That turquoise and white one is my second one of the exact same color, 2016. But anyway, I was riding my bike one day and I thought, wow, how can I help these Harley Davidson dealerships get more money, right? Get more customers. So I'm going to show you how to work smarter versus harder. And I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to do this and get your customers to come in more often and bring friends for only $3 a day, while increasing your revenue by hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per day automatically. So do I have your attention? I hope so. And if I can show you how this is going to prove to never be an expense, would you take advantage of it? Would that help you out? Okay. I'm going to prove to you I'm going to help you automatically increase your bottom line. And I'm going to also show you how to generate business at will even during the slow times. Okay. So I myself have over 40 years in marketing. I know that's dating myself a little bit, but it is what it is. And I partnered up with a company that has over 16 years in business. They've been very successful. Over 30,000 merchants are already using their products. Okay. So it's already working. Okay. And we're already sending out millions of text messages every single month. So what that says is that the consumers are using it. They're opting in, giving permission for these merchants to communicate with them via text message marketing. And it's definitely working for the merchants, right? Because they're making money. So if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same results, what is that? Definition of insanity, right? So maybe now it's time to try something a little different. It's already proven to work. Trust this biker chick. She knows what she's talking about. Anyway, when you Google it, you'll find these stats. 90% of consumers check their text messages more than 10 times a day. So don't you want to be in that arena, right? Do you want your customers to see your messages or your offers? If they don't know what's going on in their business, they're not going to come in, right? Well, text message marketing is the best communication tool. It's been around a long time. We've been the experts at it for over 16 years. Also, text message marketing causes action. It's an action causing vehicle. Now, whether you like text messages or not, it doesn't really matter. The consumers do, okay? They're opting in, they're giving permission. That's a huge, huge thing. So let me ask you right now, do you know where your customers are? Do you know where all your customers are? Are they in the dealership? I know where they are. They're right by their cell phones, okay? That's why you have to communicate that way. Every day, some of your customers come into your business and some of them don't come back. Sometimes they come into your business and they don't make a purchase. I'm going to encourage them to make a purchase and I'm going to encourage them to come in more often. Okay. And I'm going to get you new customers. So why wouldn't you give them an opportunity to opt in, give them permission to you so you can communicate with them? That's just going to generate more sales for you. Okay. I'm going to show you and prove to you how we're going to increase your repeat business, we're going to increase your foot traffic, and we're going to increase new business, all for the price of a cup of coffee. And it gets even better because it's really not even going to be expense. I'm literally talking $3 a day. And if I'm making you $100, $200, $300 and it costs $3, there's no expense there, right? That's how much of a no-brainer it is. I'm going to do some simple math. I'm going to give you some examples. And I'm going to prove with super conservative numbers that this is going to make so much sense. I'm only going to use 10% of the consumers signing up every day for our program. We normally get 30 to 50, so that you can pretty much triple the numbers I'm going to give you here. And I'm only going to focus on the apparel and accessories. And we know that once we get the people in the shop, in the dealership, they're going to look at the bikes, right? So, but here, I'm only going to show you the numbers for apparel and accessories. If I can get your customers to come in at least one more time a month, just one, not two, three, four, just once, that is what's going to increase your business, okay? Get them in the showroom as well. So let's just say you have, on average, throughout the year, weekend, weekday, 30 people coming in a day, okay? If we only get 10% of the people signing up, like I said, we normally get 30. That's only 3 people a day signing up. 3 people a day. We're going to use 30 days in a month. That's 90 people in a month signing up. Again, if I can get your customers to come in at least one more time a month, that's 90 more people every single month coming in, right? Let's say your average ticket's $50. What is that, a t-shirt? $90 times 50, that's $4,500 in additional revenue month one for $3 a day. Okay, month two, your list grows. I'm going to help you grow it. That's 180 people times your $50, that's $9,000. This entire program pays for itself, first of all, every day. It's $3 a day, so the first customer of the day pays for itself. But look at the first month. It far, far, far outweighs the cost, okay? Look at that. That's $108,000 a year added to your bottom line. Let me give you another example. Let's say you have 50 people coming in a day on average with a $75 average ticket. That's probably more like it for a holiday dealership, right? Look at that. $11,000, $22,000, $33,000, $67,000 after the first 3 months alone. That's $270,000 a year added to your bottom line. For what? $3 a day. Those are very conservative numbers, by the way. Okay? You already know that 65% of your business comes from repeat customers, right? They bring their family and friends. That's how you get new customers. Word of mouth, of course, is your best form of advertising. Well, friends and family are far, far, far cheaper than any paid advertising. And I'm going to show you how to get better word of mouth and new customers and more repeat business. You all know that you got to stay top of mind. That's why you're all advertising all the time, right? This is not a loyalty program, not a rewards program. We do not use a point system. Big, big difference, and I'll explain why. This is definitely different than the HD Membership Rewards Point Program, okay? Please continue to be open-minded. This is different and much more effective. And if your membership program is not bringing in an extra $108,000 to $270,000 a year to your bottom line, then you should at least try this program. It's definitely different than the membership program. So we put our money where our mouth is. There's no upfront cost, by the way. We're going to give you this stuff for free. We're going to give you a free kiosk. You're going to plug it into an outlet. That's all you have to do. The consumer can sign up there, or they can sign up using the signage that I'm going to give you for free. A 2-foot by 5-foot standing banner with your Harley logo on it. I'm going to say something like this: join our VIP club today and get 10% off, 15, 20%, whatever you want to put for the initial offer. They can only use it once, okay? And that's what's going to get them, those people that come into the dealership that don't make a purchase, they'll make a purchase because they're going to be able to get a little bit of a discount, and now you have their cell phone, so you can bring them back in. So they either scan the QR code, or they text the word Harley to the 800 number that we set up for you. It's a set it and forget it for you. We do all of this up front for you. You plug in the kiosk, you put the signs, you put the buttons on your staff, all for free, and then the consumer will put their name, their phone number, and their birthday if they wish, and then the system automatically will bring them back in repeatedly, okay? You should also use this QR code in the keyword Harley, the 800 number, on any other advertising that you're doing. That is going to pull them into your dealership, okay? Get them to spend their money, their discretionary income, at your dealership. Huge, huge advantage there. Now, again, it's different than a typical POS system even, because think of this. The ones at the POS that capture some kind of, text message marketing, they only capture the information of the ones of the people who paid, not the other people or people who don't come in and buy anything. They're only getting the people who paid. And any POS system that I've ever experienced, they don't get a whole lot of messages, okay? They're not using it properly. That's why we are the experts. We are a standalone product. We work with or without your POS. And consumers also know they're doing it. They're opting in. They're actually doing it themselves, right? They're giving permission. So they want this. And you'll never lose the data if you change POS systems, by the way. It's a standalone product. So we capture the other people in the party, not just the one paying, so you get more new customers. So you don't want them to leave without asking them if they want to opt in, right? Again, and why it works is text message marketing. 98% of the people will see their message within 3 minutes. And it's an action-causing vehicle. We do not use a point system because think of this. If they have a rewards program, they have to, one, remember that they have it. They have to motivate themselves to come on in several times to get a few points, to get a few dollars off. Not that great. That's not effective, right? We give them tiny incentives via text. It's an action-causing tool that will draw them in, and it'll then we give a short period of time to take advantage of the offer. You're still making money with the offer, and they're making purchase, and they probably tend to make a greater value purchase than they normally would, okay? But it reminds them to come in. All this is automated, but you can also do it at will. If you have an event, if you have a promotion, if you have anything, you can text them. You can sell gift certificates. Text them, it's going to motivate them to come back in. Make sense? And I'll show you how to do that. So you have the at will and the automated by using tiny incentives. So they're normally 10%. to motivate them. That will motivate them, especially in a Harley dealership. So after they check in, 3 hours after they check in, they get a 10% offer that they can come back in within 7 days to make a purchase. After every fifth visit, every 30 days, same thing. Now, if they haven't checked in 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 days, we give them tiny incentives, starting off at 5%. You can cap this off whatever you want, and you can do whatever you want, and I'll set that up for you, okay? And it resets once they come in. On their birthday, we can send them a text. We usually suggest 20%, but you can do whatever you want. People love this. They love being recognized on their birthday, right? They're going to remember that. They're going to appreciate that. And it gives you an edge over your competition. Anniversary date of sign up, same thing. Google review. After their second check-in, we ask them for a Google review. You give us the link, and we make it really simple for them to give you a review. That's going to give you more consistent reviews, which is going to get you higher in the search engines, which is going to get you more new customers. Okay? All that's automated. And then at slow times, you can do your at-will events. If you have weather-related communications, or you just want to let them know what's going on in your business, right? They're going to see it. It's on their cell phone. So your list is going to grow every single month, and therefore your income is going to grow every single month, like I showed it to you. So like I said, you get all that free stuff. You get the kiosk, you get the software, you get the signage, you get the postcards, the social media, the buttons, you get me, all for $3 a day. Okay? $3 a day. Let me spell it out. Again, free setup, no setup cost. We get all that stuff for free. $3 a day equals $99 a month. With that, you get 500 SMS messages. Anything over that, opt-ins or MMS, which is pictures, is only 7.9 cents. It's only $7.90 for every 100. It's only a 6-month trial, okay? So the first month you pay $1.99, and the next 5 months you pay $99, okay? So it's basically $3 a day. So pretty much the very first customer of every day pays for itself every day, okay? Remember the ROI I showed you. $108,000 to $270,000 a year with those conservative numbers I already showed you. It's a no-brainer. If you need money for your business, by the way, we have a sister company called Centex Capital. We loan unsecured working capital to businesses. You can ask me about that. But think about this. For $3 a day, don't let your customers leave without getting their cell phone. Text message marketing encourages purchases. If you put this sign up in a Harley dealership and the consumer sees it, they may make a purchase where they may not have, right? Now you've captured their cell phone. Now you're going to get them to make larger purchases, and it's going to ensure the customers come back and come in back more often. And of course, you put it on all the other advertising that you're doing so you can get more new customers as well. Again, sum it up, you get all that free stuff. You get the automation communication. You get the at-will communication, even during the slow times for events. You capture new customers with the QR code. Get the edge over your competition. It's smarter, better, effective than any point system. No setup cost. It's never an expense. I've already proven the tremendous ROI. Cut my numbers in half. Cut it in quarters. It's still tremendous. It's $3 a day. $3 a day. You don't want them to get out the door without getting their cell phone, right? Everybody's going to see their messages once we get the text going to them. It's a big mistake to let your customers walk out the door without getting their phone number. You get more bang for your buck from the advertising that you're doing to get more customers. It's pretty much a no-brainer. It's $3 a day. I'd have FOMO if I didn't do this if I was a dealership, right? Definitely want to get involved, because every day that you wait to do this, your customers are walking out the door and you're not getting their cell phones. Your HD membership is not getting these results. I pretty much guarantee that. So it's time to try something that's proven to work. It's different. It's $3 a day. Call me. You can set up a one-on-one Zoom with takeafewminutesnow.com. You can call me, set you up. Pretty much a no-brainer. All right. Take care.